guys, this is a totally impromptu video. I have mentioned these things a few times and saying, oh, I should make a video, I should make a video, I should make a video, and I never actually freaking do it. Not because I'm so behind on everything, but you know what? I was talking to my Tolan earlier and he kind of got me jazzed up for making this video, so I'm gonna make this video now. I don't know if I'll edit it right away. I might do. I kind of feel excited about it right now, but I thought I'd talk about my custom Build-A-Bears that I've made. So I don't know where to start, honestly. Let's start with the first ones. I think these are the first ones I made. I'm pretty sure I made the mermaids first. I have got some clips from when I made them, so I can add them in, but I also have posted them to my YouTube as well, like the original videos I made, but I didn't do any talking. I just showed the kind of before and afters. So a long time ago, when the Tamagotchi meats was out, I had this whole series where I was making all of my Tamagotchi meats into Sanrio mermaids, and I would then make them twins as well. I wanted them to be twins Sanrio mermaids. So I'd have like 2 Kuromi mermaids and 2 My Melody mermaids and so on and so forth, with all of the Sanrio characters. The only one I couldn't get done was the Gudetama one, I believe. I think it was the only one I couldn't get into a mermaid, and I tried a lot. I just don't think you can mix the Gudetama gene with the mermaid gene, so no Gudetama mermaid. Maybe I'll go back one day and try it some more, but I really don't think you can do it with Gudetama. My favorites, they were the Kermaid and the My Melody maid. So when I realized that there was a mermaid Build-A-Bear and there was also obviously the Kuromi and the My Melody Build-A-Bears, I thought, why not make my favorite Tamagotchis into plushies? So I bought myself the frogs. I do have a frogs. I felt so bad, the merfrog. I felt so bad like that I bought 2 merfrogs and didn't have one because I chopped them up. But basically I bought the merfrog and then I bought extras of the Kuromi and the My Melody. My Kuromi is actually dressed, here she is, but yes, I made them into Kermaid and My Melody maid. So I made one of each. I really love these. This is sometimes when you hear me say, oh, I could make this into a mermaid, but I only have this one merfrog left and I really feel bad kind of chopping it up, but then the temptation is always there. So to make them, I literally just unstuffed the merfrog and then cut his tail off. And then I did the same with the Kuromi and the My Melody. The Kuromi was one I made first. She's not as perfectly done as the My Melody maid, but I'm still happy with how she turned out, but she does wear a dress. And stuffed them and then cut them in half. Turn them inside out, obviously keep them inside out, and then I attached the fin to the body of the plush. And I think they worked out really well. But then I was left with the dilemma of having half a frog and then having the legs of the Sanrio characters that I had left behind. So I then made some custom froggies. So I have this My Melody themed frog. You can see the difference because obviously the frog was originally green and then the legs were white from My Melody. So the pink that it came out is slightly different. It's a bit darker pink than I wanted as well, but I still really like this like maroony kind of color. Like it's really deep. What magenta? It's a magenta color, magenta pink. So this is the frog that I made from the My Melody. You can see it says My Melody on there, and then also he has the My Melody tail rather than the regular frog butts. I didn't want to like waste a bear. I had a whole bear, you know, like I'd made the plushies I intended to make, but I could also get 2 more bears out of it. So I have these really unique Build-A-Bear frogs that have Sanrio theme and vibes to them. So I see these as like the brothers, the Frankenstein brothers to My Melody. So there we go. I got a slightly short looking frog with a little My Melody tail and a My Melody print on his foot, but I also dyed him this magenta pink. And then for the Kuromi frog, I dyed it purple. Again, it was a green frog, so the purple is a bit different colour to the legs, which is why I kind of dressed them in little t-shirts. They have Sanrio t-shirts on them to show that they are Sanrio themed frogs. They have different Sanrio t-shirts too. And this one has the Kuromi tail and then the Kuromi stamp on his foot. So this is the Kuromi frog, and then here is the brother to the Kuromi, so they're siblings. So I think they're really cute. I love them. I don't know, maybe someday if my channel gets big I might do a giveaway of the frogs because they are unique and obviously I made them. But for now they're not going anywhere. But yeah, I feel that at some point I might need space and they might be one of the ones that I might be willing to part with, so I might end up doing a giveaway with them one day. Kind of sad to part with them because I spent time making these, but yeah, See, they are my Franken Build-A-Bears. I like doing Franken things. I've made Franken skates before as well, like roller skates back in the day, like 2020. I made some Franken skates. I do like to tinker around with things sometimes. So these are my two Sanrio frogs that you cannot get unless you make them yourself. And then I have my mermaid and mermaid. So that's why I say I have extra in my melodies and extra kuremis, because I have the ones that are in the shelf, but these are the extra ones that I bought, and I also have the giant kuremi. But yeah, I have mermaid versions. And that's why sometimes I'm like, I'm not going to make it a mermaid. I said it the other day with the Sanrio unboxing I did with the cinema roll. I was like, oh, we'd make a good mermaid. And I was like, I'm not going to make it a mermaid. But really, for real, I still have them on my bed because I haven't got shelves for them yet. Although I am contemplating emptying one of the racks that doesn't have Sanrio in there and turning that into a new Sanrio rack, and just finding somewhere else for those other plushies to go. I've got Care Bears, the frogs, and then a friend's bear, and then my memorial lion for Samson, my cat that passed. So I think this, look at that fin on this cinema roll. That would look so good. But I wouldn't destroy one cinema roll that I only have like this. I would have to buy an extra cinema roll. And I really can't justify buying another cinema roll. That's the only reason. Because I would get over the fact that I destroyed another frog. I would get over that. And also I think like this, like tie-dye wouldn't look bad as his legs. And maybe I wouldn't even dye it. I'll just get him a t-shirt and just have him have like this tie-dye-esque legs. So that's literally the only reason why I'm not making this into a mermaid, is because I just can't really afford or justify buying another cotton candy cinema roll, because I probably would destroy this frog for that purpose and then have another Franken frog. So those are my Frankenstein Build-A-Bears, my Franken bears. I do have one more, which is even more crazy. So this is Torrance, my Centaur Build-A-Bear. I have clips of this as well. I'll try and put them into this video. This one is a little bit more complicated on how I created this bear. So I took the Glisten and the Merry Mission, one of their reindeers. I don't know which one it was, but it had like these antlers and this mane. And I took one of the Harry Potter bears. I kind of regret it being a Harry Potter bear, but there wasn't like a bear that I thought would look right for the top. I wish there was one that was more of like the same color as the body, but you know, it's a Franken bear. I didn't mind that much, but I just thought like his fur looked like it would go best with the chest. I couldn't really think of one that was better, so I did unfortunately buy a Harry Potter bear. I did not want to do that, but I made sure I got it when it was on sale. I think it's like £13 on sale, and then I used my £5 vouchers that you get through points, so I didn't really give any money, but I don't know if that makes it any better, honestly. But they are the two bears that I used, and basically I cut the head and the neck off of the Glisten bear, and then I chopped out the mane from the Glisten bear as well. It needs a good old brush, it's got a bit messy. And then I also chopped out its antlers. I wish I'd put the antlers a bit like firmer, but you know, it's a teddy bear, it can be soft and floppy if it wants to be. But I cut out the antlers as well. Then I chopped off the legs of the teddy bear, and then I know I unstuffed them and I turned them inside out to cut them, but I think when it came to me stitching them, let me have a look at my stitches. Oh no, I did it from the inside. I stitched them together from the inside and then turned them the right way out. I think I left a big gap on the back to turn it the right way out from that point on. And then, okay, yeah. The mane was quite tricky because I had to put a slit in the back of the teddy bear's head. And then I stuffed that through and then stitched that in from the inside. I think I also did the antlers from the inside as well by the looks of the stitching. I like shoved the bottom of the antlers through little holes that I'd made in the head of the bear. And then from the inside, just stitched around the edges of the antlers. So the antlers are actually kind of hollow. If you went from the inside, you could pull the stuffing out of the antlers, because I just stitched around. I don't know if it makes sense. Like I like folded the edges of the antlers out on the inside and then stitched that around the head. I don't know if that makes sense. I can't show you the exact process because I never actually recorded it. I just kind of showed the before and after, but I'm trying to explain it the best I can in case you wanted to recreate something like this. But yes, I also had left open the back of his here as well, so I could turn that inside out because I had to do a lot of work. This was the hardest part. Doing the mane and the antlers were the hardest part because I didn't want to make any of the holes too big. big or anything like that, and make sure that it would actually fit. But I think I did a really good job. I'm really happy with how he turned out. So yeah, this is Torrance, my Centaur bear. He does actually stand up, but he won't stand up on my bed because it's too soft. But if you put him on a hard surface, he will stand up. I wonder if I can get him. There you go. He stands. So to make sure he was firm enough, I did take out the stuffing from the head of the glisten bear, and I took out the stuffing from the legs of the bear, and then I put extra stuffing in his waist to make sure he didn't flop down and that he's extra sturdy, and I made sure there was a bit extra in his legs just to make sure he had that extra sturdiness. But yeah, this is my Centaur Build-A-Bear that I'm very proud of. He is non-binary because originally I thought of him as a boy, but then he just looked really cute. I had like a bunch of girly clothes that I'd put on him, and I was like, you know what, he's just non-binary. He doesn't mind. He's very gender fluid. So although I refer to him as a he is like gender fluid because you'll often find him dressed in like pretty pink bows and stuff. But yeah, initially I just thought of him as a boy, but I like to dress him in girl clothes. So he's just gender fluid. He's very, very sweet. I love him. I know he's not perfect, but he was an experiment, and I think he's lovely, and I'm very pleased with him. So I know that my Build-A-Bear mermaids, they did inspire some people on Reddit to make their own. I believe the person who's communicated with me the most, she's posted some pictures on Reddit of her own creations of her mermaids, and I think she said that, oh, I'm not sure if it's a girl actually, I'll refer to them as they, so I'm not sure if it's a girl, I just assume it's a girl, but I think they said they're going to make other characters into mermaids as well, so they're surpassing me on how many Sanrio characters they will have as mermaids, as plushies. Like I say, I'm very tempted to make more of them, but it's quite expensive to do because you have to buy 2 plushies every time, and it is quite a bit of work, but it is very fun, and it's rewarding to have and to know that you have this unique plushie. So if you choose to make any mermaid Build-A-Bears that aren't the frogs, like make any mermaid Sanrio characters specifically, I'd love to see them. Let me know. Find me on Instagram, find me on Reddit. I'm pretty much the same name everywhere. Find me on TikTok even. Or if you fancy doing something a little bit more experimental, let me know if you make anything like this. I really love mythological creatures, like I especially love jackalopes. So I'm really tempted to buy the jackalope. What time I got cheese? I was really tempted to buy the jackalope that they made, but I did hear on Reddit that the quality was not that good. So I didn't buy her. I did manage to resist buying the jackalope Build-A-Bear, although I think I would rather make my own out of a Paulette maybe, but I have to find something else that has horns. I think I'm going to pass on doing that, but I do love jackalopes. And I just thought a Centaur bear would be so wild, and I did it, and I'm really proud of myself. So this is, he's got 2 BAB prints, one on his hand and one of his hoof. So yeah, let me know if you've made any wild custom Build-A-Bears, if these have inspired you to make any custom Build-A-Bears. I always leave out my frogs. I feel bad because they are custom as well. I shouldn't leave them out. There we go. Here is my custom Build-A-Bear family. I hope you like them. If you make any yourself, I would really love to know if you make any inspired by what I have made here, and I will see you again soon.